Hello again, chat. It's me, Mana, that guy that made the Wraithlord video, whatever. Uh, Last video, the basic guide, I didn't really touch on style all that much. I only mentioned a couple style requirements, but that was about it. So I'm doing this a deeper dive first to go over everything about style, how to gain it, how the calculations work, how to get more of it, how staleness works, how to get rid of staleness, how to avoid staleness, etc., etc. Just so you can maximize your stylish gameplay, get that high style as quickly as possible, and get all those cool moves unlocked so you can do the cool stuff. Keep in mind, Severe, the mod dev, is constantly tweaking and changing style values and nerfing and buffing them as they please. So individual numbers shown in this video might be outdated. I might leave a pinned comment that has all the values if they ever get updated again, but we'll see. So, style. Wraithlord has a mechanic called style. The higher their style is, the more damage you deal, and it unlocks certain moves as well as other aspects. Indicated under your devil trigger bar is a number. This number is how much style you currently have. Now, each rank does have individual style requirements. From D to DH+, D rank requires 0 style. C rank requires 17, B rank requires 31, A rank requires 69, nice, S rank requires 157, SS rank requires 261, triple S rank is 351, Devil Hunter rank, or DH, is 531, and then DH plus is 600. Those are all the styles. Sorry, the style rankings. With each style ranking, you gain a damage increase, and with some styles or style ranks, you unlock new moves or gain different aspects of various moves. I won't be going into the very deep end of how each move gets affected by style, but I will be going through what moves unlock at what style ranks. Now, let's begin. I'm just gonna go through what moves unlock at what style ranks first, then I'll go through how style is gained and how to kind of optimize that. Then I will go into staleness, the mechanic that encourages you to switch up your weapons and attacks you use, how to avoid staleness, so you don't gain 0 style, and a few other quirky things. So, with D rank, you do not actually unlock anything new. This is base Wraithlord. There's nothing here. This is the rank you basically start the game at, even though there is no rank quite yet, right? At C rank, you gain access to one unique super in Gunslinger. In Gunslinger, the unique follow-up super after Hail, called Wild Stomp, is only available in C rank and above. This is an attack where you kind of like drag your opponent in, you shoot them multiple times and stamp on them and then kick them away. Pretty good in the corner, very high damage, good move to have. Pretty nice. At B rank, you don't get anything quite new. At A rank is where most of your new stuff will start coming in. So first off, you gain access to a super I actually didn't cover in my basic Wraithlord guide. I skipped over it on accident. It is called Acid Rain. This is a super that forcibly switches you to Gunslinger mode and spawns multiple delayed falling projectiles above the opponent. So when you use it, these projectiles will fall down, potentially hitting and pressuring your opponent. They are parryable if your opponent can manage to time it to parry them, but they can serve as a decently powerful way of pressuring your opponent on wake up, or when they're far away trying to throw projectiles at you or something, right? It also allows you to switch to Gunslinger stance, very handy. Another thing you unlock at A rank is a Cavalier. You know, the multi-hitting combo super, so to speak, that Swordmaster and Devil Sword Wraith has. Very handy, does a lot of damage, gets you a lot of style. Another thing you gain at A rank is Trick, the unique movement option that allows you to teleport next to your opponent. Another thing you gain at another thing that is accessible at A rank, I should say, is Devil Sword Wraith if you use Trigger Heart enough. If you're wondering what Devil Sword Wraith is, go watch the basic guide or the Swordmaster guide. That's everything you gain at A rank. From A to S rank, there's nothing quite new, but you do gain quite a boost in damage. But at SS rank, if I switch to SS rank, you gain quite a few handy little things. First and foremost is a unique movement option in Null Slayer named Sonido Kai. Normally you only have Sonido. Sonido Kai is an upgraded version of Sonido that allows you to act quicker and teleports you further, allowing you to much easier extend your combo, do damage, you know, all those good stuff. Very nice, very good to get to. Another thing you unlock at double S rank with Nevan is the fabled Nevan, or in this case the action Witch Hunt, which summons the Witch Nevan for you to control and pressure and attack your opponent with. Very good, very much worth getting to this point and summoning Nevan. And also at SS rank you gain the ability to actually access Send Devil Trigger. Very powerful state. I showed it off in the basic video, and I'm going to show it off in the Devil Trigger video. Those are all of the style locked moves. One move that does get slightly adjusted by style is a super in Cerberus named Thunderclap. This super spawns multiple electric orbs that follow around your opponent. But the thing that changes about this is that it spawns more orbs depending on your style, with 4 being the max. Now, if I can go through what each style ranking does individually for you, all of them do not do much that's special except increase your damage output. The higher your rank, the more damage you actually deal. However, there is one rank that has a unique aspect to it that is very, very powerful and very good to have. So if I move back slightly to before I summoned Nevan, if Ninja were to be so kind to say hello to me and hit me in the face a few times. Right, so Ninja has done a little bit of damage to me, just so I can show off this mechanic. So, the one unique style ranking that has a effect to it that other style rankings don't is DH plus specifically. When you are in Devil Hunter Plus, which is indicated by Wraith having these particle effects around him regardless of stance and having a lot of after images. What's unique about this is that whenever Wraith does an attack that hits the opponent, he will heal for the attack damage, if not a little bit more, depending on how much damage you deal is dependent on how much health Wraith gets back. If Wraith manages to get to DH+, then it's basically the end of the game and he wins, because that means he can heal off of every hit if he manages to get a hit, which allows him to very, very easily gain all of his health back and be nigh impossible to kill. So DH will be your eventual goal for getting as Wraith. It is the end-all be-all style rank, and it rewards you very well for getting there. Now then, style. How do I get it? How does it work, Mano? I hit my opponent, I get style back. That's very cool. Some things give me more style than other things. You know, what the fuck's going on? Right, it seems complicated relatively, but it's actually quite simple. The way style gain works is that you gain style based on how much damage you deal on hit and how high the combo count is. The more damage you deal and the higher the combo count, the more style you will gain from the hit. Obviously, it also depends on each individual attack. Some attacks give a set amount of style, while others, you know, are very valid and change depending on something called staleness. The way staleness works is that if you use the same move often, it will stop giving you style. In fact, it might go so far as to give you negative amounts of style if you spam the same move too much. For specifics, staleness is a mechanic that records the last 9 moves that you used. These moves are considered stale and will start giving less style. If the more duplicates of a move that show up in the last 9 used moves, the less style it'll give. The oldest move of the last 9 gets kicked out whenever you use a completely new one. So this system is put in place to encourage Wraith players to switch up their styles, use different attacks, and not just spam the same stuff over and over again. So, there's a few different ways of getting style, obviously. For one, there's parrying attacks. If you parry an attack, you will get style, obviously. Also depends, more or less, you know, what you parry, when you parry, things like that. Another one is dodging. If you dodge an attack, you also gain style. And if you hit an opponent's soft block, you gain style. And then obviously you also gain style when you hit the opponent, dependent on what you hit them with, how long the combo's been going, and how much damage it does. There's a few more calculations that goes into it, but that's the base thing of how to get style. Is you do varied combos, you don't abuse the same moves over and over, and you try and do as much damage as you can within a short term, right? So here you are, you've picked Wraithlord, you've gotten into your first match, and you're like, okay, how the fuck do I get style, but quickly? You know, you'd be like, man, you've played this character like a stupid amount, testing him throughout the fucking months. What do you do to get a lot of style very quickly? And yeah, there's a lot of ways of doing it. I'll showcase like a few of them that I know like give a lot of style very quickly. But for the most part, you just kind of do, you know, variant combos and such. But if you're looking for something a bit more specific, there is a few specific attacks that generate a lot of style very quickly. So, one of the few things you can do is get your opponent very high up into the air. And then once they are high up into the air, you can either choose to do role play, which you'll get style for each hit. So it's a decently quick way of getting style, right? Or if you were high up and decide that you're not feeling like a bit of role play, instead you're like, I'm more of a revolver type of guy, right? and this might miss. You know, combo is gonna drop, but it doesn't matter. So I'm more of a revolver type of guy. So you do revolver. The same thing might result in a bit more style than roleplay, but it does kind of depend on the height, attack, and so on and so forth. They're both very good options for gaining a lot of style very quickly. It's a popular one for getting a lot of style rather quickly. Another one is... Now, another way of getting style relatively quickly and easily is through the use of Denied Fate. Denied Fate is, an attack that you have in Null Slayer, quick stab forward, aerial only. The thing about Denied Fate is it gives a very set amount of style hit and does not lose much style for using it over time. But eventually it is going to hit, so you're going to have to like mix up your things, like, what you hit him with. And then you just go back to some more Denied Fate. It doesn't give you a ton of style spamming Denied Fate, but it does give you a consistent amount, which is good. Another good way of getting style rather quickly is by hitting Liberate. Liberate is a projectile that gives you a flat amount of style when it does hit the opponent. As well in this stance is High Beam. High Beam also gives you quite a bit of style on hit. This entire stance gives you quite a bit of style on hit because it drains your meter over time. Another way to get a lot of style rather quickly is through Macabre. Macabre does actually give quite a bit of style. Some might say it's a bit of a silly amount. Yet another good way of getting quite a bit of style is managing to actually combo into Jam Session. Not the easiest thing to do, mind, as it is quite slow, but if you do manage to do it, unlike I'm able to, unlike me right here for now, if you do manage to combo into Jam Session, it also gives you quite a lot of style. Those are just a couple of ways of getting a decent, good amount of style rather quickly, but at the end of the day, it is dependent on how well you can play the character, how varied your combos are, and how much damage you can deal over time. Having the ability to gain high style is a very good sign of being a good Wraithlord player. So experimenting, learning and labbing out these things is something good to do, and I do recommend whoever watches this does go into single player and experiment with what gives a lot of style, what's a good way to confirm into these really hard attacks so I can get a lot of style, what is the best way to spend my style, once I have this high amount, what I want to aim for, that kind of stuff, Again, thank you for watching this one. It's a bit shorter than the other one. Granted, it's just going over style and all the things to do with style. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. It's probably going to be deep dive into Swordmaster next, so look out for that one. I'll see you then. Have fun wraithing on the workshop and the pubs. Killing people, making them rage quit. Classic. Remember, if you rage quit in Yomi Hustle, you're lame. Thanks. Have a good one. See you guys in the next vid, and yeah.